Ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hi, my name is Erin, and this is Roni. Well, we have a podcast.
Yep. It's exciting stuff.
It's so exciting.
Best part of your day.
Sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Spending time with you is
That
the
didn't
best
sound forced
part.
at all. Yes. Blank one if you've been captured in my attic.
If you don't know, this really is Ronnie's attic.
It's above the garage, so technically it's not the attic, but it is very Cinderella-ish.
I do call it the Narnia room.
It is. You just we have to go up 3 flights of stairs to get here, so it's tucked away for sure.
Yeah, when we're up here, like laying on the ground because we're breathing so hard from going up all those stairs to get here. So this is sacrifice.
Oh, it's so
We are
hard. Our
sacrificing
friendship
our life
is worth it.
just so we can put ourselves out there to be
For the tens of people.
ridiculed by the tens of people.
The tens of people. We gotta do it for them, for their sake. All right, Erin, what are we doing today?
We're telling stories. Okay, so we're telling some stories. Our husband's been like, "Hey, you should tell that story."
We asked our husbands, to be fair. We did ask them, and this is what they suggested. So you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Okay, so
Erin's gonna go first.
this is not. I'm going to put a precursor out there or whatever inoculation out there. This is not mine and my husband's full love story. But you have to understand, it's something he brings up anytime people.
He was
ask
very
us,
fast to
I know.
He was very big.
But anytime anyone asks us our story, I never bring that up. But he does. He's like, "Oh, this is what happened." Mm. So Derek and I, again, I was like Hawaii. I don't want to bring up Hawaii every single time, but I mean,
That's
a lot of my
story.
life. Yeah, it's a lot of my life. So he is from Central Louisiana. I have family that live in Central Louisiana. However, I was raised in Hawaii. So you can understand, like, us getting married in Hawaii and moving to Louisiana. That's a big thing. That's
a culture shock.
It is. It's for me, and you have to understand, like, the story is really cool when you hear all about it, because it really is a miraculous of how we were brought together and how we cannot deny, like, how we believe that the Lord put us together. Fully. However, there was a little bit of an adventure thing before that. Derek and I think we just started dating. He had went away, came back, when it was deployed, came back for a little bit, and then he was going to get deployed again. And he lived on the military base, and I was staying with my parents that's right off the military base. And I was driving to work. And I'm not the most demure or polished female. Let me just put that out there. Not very polished. And in the morning, sometimes I still have a little extra phlegm being built up.
We all have it.
And so I'm on my way to work, and I go to this turn where I got to turn left, and there's a light, and I'm feeling this phlegm. I'm feeling I got to get this loogie out. I'm not the best at this, but I'm like, I'm sucking it up. I'm like, I'm like getting the nice ball, because it needs weight. If you're getting a loogie, it's got to have some weight, right? I'm not driving. I'm stopped. And so I roll down the window, and I just do the full thing, and I aim. Again, not professional loogie hawker. It didn't necessarily go out the car. It went from here to the edge of my window, trickling down. And I'm trying to wipe it. I'm like,
Do you have like 45 napkins in your center console?
Yeah,
What
I'm
did
like,
you do?
nothing. I'm like, and I'm like this. I'm like, I can't get nothing on my outfit because I have a very professional outfit on because I have to go teach. And I look over, and there's Derek, the love of my life, dying laughing.
Where was he? Like walking?
He was in the car next to me because he was going straight. I had to turn left, so it was a stoplight. And then it was love.
And that's how you knew.
Just hooked him right there. He
gosh.
always brings that up. Like I settled for Erin. Like type of situation. He did not settle for me.
That's funny.
Yeah, when my aunts met him, they were just like, "Oh, he's so darling. He's so the best." Oh, and they're like, "Erin, don't you blow this." And I was offended. I was like, "I'm the catch. I am the catch. He needs to not blow it with me."
That's so funny. Oh gosh. I've never heard that story before. How have I not heard that? That's funny.
Because I don't bring it up.
Oh, but it's because Derek suggested it.
He brings it up.
Okay, I got you. All right, so my story, I have two. I don't know if we'll have time for both, but the first one I think is pretty short. So the girls and I were in an accident a couple years ago, and I was having some back issues, and so the doctor had prescribed some muscle relaxers. And not everybody takes to those in the same way. And I'm not going to say delirious, but I was like really just out of it. And I would take them at night so that I could at least have some, sleep at night. So I took them. So side note, we have an older cat that we have had for 7 years or 6 years. I think she's 7 years old. We've had her for 6 years. She sleeps in the bed with us. Always has, always will. Okay. And Kevin's already in the bed. He had gotten to bed before me. And I take my medicine, brush my teeth, and I'm getting in the bed. And all of a sudden, I see these eyes spin around. And I'm like, Kevin! Kevin! And Kevin rolls over. And I'm like, don't move. And I did like this, like the whole Jurassic Park thing. Don't move! Don't move! And he's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, there's a wild animal in the bed. And he's like, where? And I point at Normal, who's terrified because I'm doing like this, screaming, Kevin. And the cat's bowed up like this, going, what the heck is going on? And then Kevin looks at me and goes, what are you talking about? And then giggles. And I don't know, I like snapped out of it and I went, and then just I got in the bed. And to this day, like it was the weirdest thing where he was just like, what are you talking about, Roni? Like this.
You cannot forget Normal. This cat has its own
zip code. Yeah, she's chubby. She's chubby. She's sweet.
The personality of this cat is very interesting.
Yeah, she's sweet to us.
Like I'm like this. When I come to see her.
Okay, so the other one is also about another animal. So we no longer have this animal, and I'm going to tell you why. So we had a Great Dane, which is generally a great family pet, and we had done our research. This was going to be a great family pet. And when you get an animal, sometimes you're told XYZ about the animal, and we trusted that XYZ was true. And we had tried to do some training, and it did not matter. This sweet, sweet puppy was just crazy pants. So when Madeline came, he started to eat her diapers. And newborn diapers are like, when you roll them up, they're pretty small, but he would dig through the trash and we would put stuff on top of it, like try to barricade it. It didn't matter. And he would like do like this and go, like try to
swallow the diaper.
He swallowed, and that's poison. It's actual poison. I mean, it's poo too.
But it's like a little diaper stuff.
Yes. Anyway, so fast forward to, this was before Madeline came. And this is why Kevin wanted me to tell this story, because he's involved in it. So we waited to buy her a car seat. And if there are any mamas out there who are expecting or have gone through this, like I was very specific about like which car seat I wanted, and there's like patterns and all this other stuff. And anyway, I finally found the car seat that I wanted and I put it in the garage. Okay. So bear in mind, the dog had been eating like anything and everything that we own. He tried to eat our pool chemicals, like stupid stuff. I'm like, how did you even get in that? It was in a box. And then inside the box, there was like a 5-gallon container that he pried the lid off of. And he was like doing the stupidest stuff. Mm-hmm. And so we put him in the garage for the night thinking we don't have to do anything. We can just shove him in the garage and everything's going to be fine. Okay. So I go to church the next morning. Kevin, again, is already gone. He doesn't park in the garage. He parks outside. So I get out of the garage. I look over to the side and the car seat is decimated. Aww. I'm talking decimated. So there's the car seat, there's a box, and then around the car seat, there's a protective material, there's plastic, there's foam to hold it in. And then there's obviously like the cloth that goes on the outside of the car seat. And then there's the physical plastic part of the car seat. He has eaten through the box. He has eaten through the foam. He has eaten through the plastic, and he has eaten part. I'm talking like missing. Mm-hmm. Like he ate the actual part of the car seat, down to the plastic of the car seat. So I am devastated, like, like sobbing, and the kids are like, "It's okay, mommy." And Mel, "It's okay, mommy. Everything's gonna be fine." I'm so upset. So I called Kevin, and I'm like, "Kevin, the dog ate the car seat. I can't even imagine." Whatever. And Kevin, for whatever reason, was so tickled. He could not stop laughing, and he's just like, like laughing, and I'm like, "Kevin, oh my gosh, I don't understand why you think this is funny." So I'm just like devastated, and Kevin cannot stop laughing the entire time. And I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna let you deal with it when we get home. And it is like, I'm telling you, if you could see the decimation that this dog did, it was insane. We had to call the company to like get pieces to replace pieces of the car seat so that we can have the car seat. And Kevin was just so tickled by the whole thing. He thinks it's the funniest thing that ever happened. And I'm like, "Kevin, that dog ate that baby's car seat." Anyway, he thought it was hilarious. I don't know why he thought it was so
What
funny.
kind of bathroom? Like, I think, like, how is the bathroom for that dog? Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah, he was in the garage. This was in the garage.
Yeah.
And I had put the car seat in the garage because we hadn't installed it
And he
yet.
didn't think that he would do anything.
No, well, it was in the box.
Yeah.
It was in the box. So anyway, yeah, to this day, Kevin cannot let me live that down. That I called him sobbing at church. And he was like, "What do you mean the dog ate the car seat?" I'm like, "The dog ate, like he ate the car seat."
So you're telling me that you want a new dog?
I do
You
not.
want-
I
you
do
want a
not.
baby
I can't.
dog.
Oh my gosh, I can't. Especially on our Great Dane. That dog was so big.
But you want a Shih Tzu, a baby.
I don't.
I have
She's
a
having
pregnant
little.
dog.
Yeah, she's having puppies very soon. Right.
Very soon. in a
Very
couple
soon.
weeks.
Yeah, I cannot. Dogs require so much more like attention than cats. And I say that we walked in earlier. Did you hear what Madeline said when we walked in?
Mm-mm.
So I have a fiddly fig that I have been like babying for years
Mm-hmm.
and trying to get it to grow. And those are one of those things where like you either have the magic touch or it's dead by sundown,
Mhm.
right? And I have been nursing this stupid fig for over a year, like catering to its every whim and need. And I get home today, and I don't exactly know why, but we have an additional cat, by the way, that just showed up on Halloween, and it decided it was going to fertilize the fiddly fig today,
Oh.
and it flung dirt all over the living room. And so Madeline was like, "There's poo and dirt." The poo's inside the thing, but there's dirt absolutely all over the living room. And she's like, "I can't believe she did it," as if it was like some personal vendetta.
My Shih Tzu won't.
It definitely won't do
Doesn't want
that,
to do
right?
that, yeah.
They will definitely only go outside. Anyway,
I have a really beautiful dog, and I have a very ugly dog. But part of the reason why he's ugly is because we can't seem to get his hair cut right.
He does look like a gremlin.
He
He looks like a gremlin. He just looks at you with his skanky little teeth like, "Can I have some rice, please?"
He's such a punk. I'm trying to snuggle with my husband, and like Derek's laying down. I'm about to go in there, and he just jumps up right next to Derek, and he looks at me like, "What? Challenge my seat. I'm snuggling now," and I'm like,
He's such a thug.
and when I try to grab him to like move him, he's like, I'm laying here. And he won't bite me, but he's like, gives me attitude. My dogs are named Lloyd and Harry, and if you get that, we're best friends for life.
Yeah, but one's a girl and one's a boy. I can never remember. It's Harry. Harry's the girl. Harry's the girl. Harry's the one that's
because
pregnant.
it's trending boy names for girls, right? It's a trending thing now, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't had a kid in 9 years. You talking about for kids or animals?
For naming anything.
Oh, I don't know. Well, we named Nermal after Garfield. Do you know who Nermal is on Garfield?
Yes.
It's Garfield's, I say love interest, but Nermal is obsessed with Garfield, but Garfield always wants to ship Nermal off to Abu Dhabi. So, and then our other cat is named Sweetie because she was so sweet when she kept stalking us when she showed up at our house. So the cat distribution system got us. She just kind of showed up and was like, "I have chosen you."
We have neighborhood cats.
Yeah, you have a lot of neighborhood cats.
You-
No, well,
there's
your old
like 3.
neighborhood.
My old neighborhood.
Your old neighborhood.
Oh, that
like
was
a colony.
You would in my old neighborhood, if you just look in one direction, you'd probably see like 9 or 10 cats, and we would do our best to figure out where to go and foster them and get them out. And one of them, my kids tamed her. And I'm like, we are not taking any strays, and we ended up taking her in, but then she disappeared.
Cats are like that. They're so shady. Normal always tries to escape. I'm like, dude, your bowl is, well, she has an automatic feeder now, but like you are well fed. Clearly, she's a 19-pound cat, despite our efforts of like putting her on a timer, because she's so obese. And the doctor's like, who's feeding her? The vet is like, who's feeding her? I'm like, it's not me. And the kids were like, well, I feed her just a little. I'm like, well, I have 3 kids. If all of y'all feed her just a little, of course she's going to be overweight. But then once we put her on the feeder, she still hasn't lost any weight. So I'm like, oh.
She doesn't exercise.
Yeah, she does a little bit now when she swats at Sweetie.
If she was human, she would be in a basement playing World of Warcraft.
That is true.
And just gaining weight, eating potato chips. That would be her if she was human. Good thing she's a cat. She's got a better life.
Yeah, she loves treats. That's how we get her. When she runs away, we can shake the treat bag and look. She's got little stubby legs, and those little stubby legs you can hear them peeling out. She's very food motivated. Anyway, enough of our cats and dogs. Anyway, yes, good times. Good time. Anyway, on that note, listen, thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time, bye guys.
Ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da.